I'm the worst. I'll cancel plans. You know I'll cancel plans.
Why?
What do you mean? That's who I am. Harry Potter's on. It's raining. I'm tired.
So don't invite Jill to anything. What's up, everybody? It's time for another episode of The Fire Chronicles. And I'm here with a new co-host. Her name's Jill. Do you want to say hi to everybody, Jill?
Hey guys, what up?
Jill, this is not like a sex line. What was that?
It is 1-800.
Okay, all
Jill
right.
Here.
So guys, Jill works for me. That's how I initially met her and how we became friends. Do you want to give people a little, just let them know your love life bio? I don't know
My
what to
love
call
life
it.
bio? Okay.
Your update
my
status?
situation.
Yeah.
Let me give you guys a rundown on my situation.
You're engaged. That's it.
Yeah, I'm engaged. It is what it is. No, I've been with someone for 8 years.
8 years now.
7 years after we got together, we got engaged. Mm-hmm. And I get married in
3 weeks?
29 days.
Oh, there you go. Wow.
29 days.
Less than a month.
Married.
Oh my gosh. Exciting.
We're running away.
Yeah.
Going to Jamaica.
Mm-hmm. Doing it right.
The nut.
Doing it right.
Yeah.
And then big wedding a year from now, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Or
like
medium,
like we're
smallish.
having a party. We're having a party.
Micro. Oh, just a party.
Yeah.
I like it. I dig it.
A reason to dress up.
Yes.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah.
Will you still do things like garter tosses and...
No, absolutely not.
Thank the Lord.
What is that?
Can we get rid of that crap already?
Can we stop?
Thank you. The shoving the cake in the face, will you do that?
No. You know how much I pay for my face? I'm just kidding. But seriously.
Okay, good.
Yeah, you pay a lot for makeup the day of your wedding. Like, getting overcharged for your makeup. No, I'm just kidding.
I had a bloody nose the day of my wedding because of the cake smash thing. Yes, what? I am dead serious.
That's a little too aggressive.
And I don't think I don't want to say that he like shoved it in my face that hard. Maybe because of the weather, I was just a little extra dry. I don't know. I just remember afterwards somebody was like, "Oh my God, your nose is bleeding," and I had to run to the bathroom. So yeah, I'm not all for that whole.
Also, side note, don't like cake.
Okay. Wow. I've been knowing a lot of people that don't like cake lately.
I don't like cake
it's
at
weird.
all.
Will you have a donut extravaganza?
No.
Dessert table?
I don't even really like
pudding. Nothing. Okay.
I like pie. We were thinking like baby pies are cute. Baby pies are cute.
Yes, I like that. So that's what Jill's up to.
That's my situation with the cake.
That's her situation, okay? But in today's episode, we're going to be talking about red flags. Mm-hmm. Okay? And first of all, I feel like this is, I don't want to say new term, but like 10 years ago were people talking about red flags? Like we should like ask our moms. Like when y'all were dating, were there such thing as red flags? I feel like women talk about it now a lot.
Yeah.
Because we're trying to like help each other and save each other.
Were there maybe red flags? Yes. Did we acknowledge them in the past? No.
Right. We didn't know what to call them. Now we know what to call them.
Right.
And hopefully we can identify them quickly. Mm-hmm. Right? Well, one would hope.
Yeah.
Sometimes
the flags have been exposed
right.
recently.
Right. I want to tell you, like, when I first started dating, and I've talked about this a little bit before, my best friend Mary, she was on the apps, and I had no app experience, okay? But now I tell her, okay, I think I'm ready to start dating. I'm going to download Tinder. Now, let me just preface this by saying the year was 2017, 2018 maybe, all right?
Okay.
And I didn't last long on Tinder because I realized what a mess it was. Maybe it's better now. I don't want to, like, Tinder shame anybody who's on it, but it was not good.
I think we use other things these days. I hear about Tinder less and less.
Right. Okay, so let me tell you. I tell my friend Mary, I'm downloading Tinder. I'm going to be swiping. What do I do? Right? And she's like, all right, first of all, do not swipe right on anybody that has a shirtless selfie or a gym selfie.
I agree.
And another thing, she was like, very anti-Jersey guys. Now, I don't want to get any hate mail for guys that are in Jersey. I don't know if you can back me up on this.
I thought you meant someone wearing a jersey, because I was going to say, unless you're 14 years old, you can wear it to a game and that's it.
Yes, I agree. The state, New Jersey.
That's rough.
Specifically South Jersey. She says North Jersey is okay.
Okay.
All right. But specifically South Jersey. And this comes into play, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Okay. Because one of the first guys that I matched with, Jason had a shirtless selfie.
And he was from South Jersey.
Yes, he's from South Jersey. Okay.
Like 1 and 2.
Yes, exactly. So I did not listen to her at all, but I should have. Okay. And because it was, I don't even want to say it was like a relationship. I don't know what to call it, but we spent maybe like 6 months together. And at the time, it was good for me because it's when I was, first separated from my husband, and he had the kids every other weekend. And he was in the same situation where he had 2 little kids the same age going through a divorce. So we both had the same weekends free. So instead of me being like sad and lonely, I at least had someone to do stuff with, So he served that purpose for that time in my life. Okay. But other than that, like Mary was right about everything. And to spare all the details of the things that went on when we were dating, I'll tell you how like things ended. Okay. So we went to Puerto Rico together, which love Puerto Rico. If you've never been, okay?
Only have been a handful of times. Who's counting?
So we went to Puerto Rico together, and we were on the beach, and I was like, oh my gosh, I was like reminiscing. I'm like super sentimental person, and I'm like, I wonder what our first messages to each other were on Tinder. Like, let me re-download Tinder.
Oh, no.
And pull them up. Do you know where this is going?
I do.
So,
what was the line he dropped?
So I download Tinder. No. I download Tinder. Okay. I pull up the messages.
No.
Well, I see his profile and he
active.
Has new pictures on it.
I love that. Love to see it. Typical.
Yeah. Okay. And I was like, now here's me on the beach living my best life. Okay. And I see new fucking pictures on his profile. And I'm like, what the hell is this? And he's like, not to use like Ross's line, but he's like, well, we were on a break. Because there was one point where we weren't, maybe like a month where we weren't seeing each other. And I'm like, that's fucking bullshit. Okay, like don't give me that. I'm not an idiot. I storm back to the room. Now I'm on vacation with this dude. Okay, what am I supposed to do? All these thoughts are going through my head. Like, I want to go down to security and tell them, give me a new room key. I want to pack up all his shit, take it down to security because the room's in my name. Okay? You can now pay for your own room. All right? I'm like, I don't know what the freak to do. So I go back. I had called a friend of mine. I don't freaking remember the advice she gave me. But he came back up to the room, was explaining things away, like, and of course, I'm such a dummy, like, I'm like, okay, first of all, we're on vacation, so what the heck can I do, number one? But number two, I'm like, okay, maybe it was from when we were on a break.
No.
You know what I mean? Part of me is like that, all right? So we continue on our vacation, and then we are flying home. And sitting next to each other on the plane. And I'm like, let's find something to watch. Okay. And he's the one that had like downloaded the American Airlines app or whatever. So he goes, okay, he goes to pull up his phone. Out of habit, he hits text messages first. And I see the first text message that is from a girl named Valine that says, I can't wait to see you either. Now, we're on the plane, on the freaking runway. Okay. I see this. I don't think he knows that I saw it because he opened the text messages for a split second and then was over it. Opened something else. But I'm like, what the fuck do I do? I'm about to take off on an airplane. I don't want to be near this dude. I'm about to spend 2.5 hours on a flight with him.
Like in a mental state on an airplane.
Yes. So luckily there was nobody in the seat right next to us. It was empty, the one that was next to me. Okay. So I quickly move over to that seat. And now I'm looking for the flight attendant. I'm looking back and forth. I'm going to tell her, like, I just found out that my boyfriend's cheating on me. Like, can I move to a different seat? Okay. And he's like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, nothing. For 10 minutes, I say nothing. He knows something's wrong. He's not saying anything either. Right. And then after 10 minutes goes by, I'm like, Jason, I saw the freaking text message on your phone. And he's like, what? You're going to tell me that guys don't text you either? Like, people don't reach out to you? I go, well, if they do, I say I'm dating someone. I don't text them back and say, like, yeah, I can't wait to see you either. You know? Like, that was his excuse. And I'm like, just don't talk to me. We don't need to talk for this flight. Okay. And I'm like boiling inside. Like boiling.
Right. That's what I mean. The last thing you need to do is have a shit fit on an airplane.
Right. Can you imagine I get banned from travel because I found this shit out on a plane?
I can't imagine.
Okay. So then we get off the flight and, you know, we're leaving the gate. We're now walking to get our bags. And I'm like, Jason, just stay away from me.
Fall back.
Okay. Yeah. Stay away from me. He's trying to walk with me. And he's like, I don't want to be in a relationship. And I go, okay, you could have told me that. Number one, you don't do the douchebag move of, you obviously can't be alone. So you went on Tinder, okay, and you wanted to line somebody else up, okay? And we go down to baggage claim. First of all, the people that are walking in front of us, no other flights have landed. It's literally just us walking through the terminal to.
So they're like.
So everybody's turning their head and looking at us.
Their feet.
And I'm just like, no, I'm not freaking letting you go on this one or nothing. You know what I mean? But I'm not like yelling and causing a scene, but I'm telling him like, you're a douchebag. Like, I see who you are. I knew who you were. And I was just kind of like, I know I'm not actually going to like be in a relationship with this dude. He's just somebody to hang out with on the weekends. Right. But thank you for showing like your true self. So then we get to baggage claim.
Let me just trust men a little less.
I know. We get down to baggage claim. And again, he's standing next to me. I'm like, what don't you understand? You know what I mean? He gets my bag for me. And I'm like, oh my God. Now, like, hindsight is 20/20. I would have done so many things differently. I wouldn't have gotten, because we drove to the airport separately. I would have been like, you can take this first shuttle. Like, I'll get the next one.
Shock.
You know?
It's shock, though.
Yeah.
Like, what are you going to do?
We're sitting on the shuttle, and he's rubbing my back, and he's touching my leg. And I'm like, I don't want anything to do with you. And then the shuttle guy drops me off at my car. He comes out. He's still denying all this stuff. Nothing's going on with her. She's just somebody I knew a long time ago, blah, blah.
And also, I don't want a relationship.
Right. Okay, whatever. And then he has the balls to ask me, in the middle of all this, after I get my suitcase in the car, when he can have his sander back. He lent me a freaking...
And by the way...
I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Don't you worry. I'll get you your sander back. Are you kidding me? That's what you're worried about right now?
And also see you never, ever again.
So I'm about to pull out of the freaking parking garage. I get a text message from him 10 minutes later saying, you were right. I've been talking to another girl. I'm sorry.
In a text message.
Yeah.
You gotta love it. You gotta love it.
Mm-hmm. I'm like,
why,
I didn't even respond.
Like in person though? What's that about? What's with the like when you're in front of someone, you're telling a whole different tale, but then you can in a text message. So hiding behind that keyboard.
Well, I think when you're being shady and you know that you're lying and being deceitful, your automatic reaction is going to be to lie. Don't you think?
Oh, I hate that.
I know. So I didn't respond to him, and then maybe like a day or two later, he gets tagged on Instagram in a picture. And it's with the girl.
Valine.
It's with Valine.
Who names their kid Valine?
And I know like everybody likes to dig on Instagram, so go ahead and dig away, guys. I guarantee you can easily find her Instagram.
Don't do it.
Okay. But this is what is even funnier about this story. So she tags him. I'm like, oh, this is lovely. Number one, he's wearing the shirt that I bought him.
Oh, no.
The only good shirt that he owns. Like, I had to buy him clothes because they were so bad. And you know me, like, I can't take that. So I had to buy him shirts. I'm like, really? You're wearing the shirt I bought you? But that's cool. And so then, of course, I see this girl's profile. Okay.
She's in Love Obsessed.
She's not. She's not in the Love Obsessed Facebook group. No. But she has that she's a public figure.
Oh, I love that for her.
Don't you love that for her?
Same girl. I'm a public figure.
Yeah. Public figure. Valine Christina. And that she was on TLC's show Dating Single Dads or something it was called. Okay? Now, she was proud of this. She had it in her Instagram profile. So obviously I have to Google this show. I've never heard of it. It was from like a few years ago. 1 season and then it was done. She is horrific.
Oh,
like,
no.
I wouldn't have told anybody I was on the show, let alone put it in my Instagram profile. She was like...
She's chasing the clout.
Yeah, I guess. And she was one of those people who was doing like the really bad... You know when people edit their photos to make their waist really small and their ass thick, and then the couch looks kind of curvy too?
The couch is a little distorted in the background, but...
Yes, I'm looking at these pictures like... Are you kidding me? But imagine you find this out, okay? That your boyfriend's talking to some other chick. Then you find out that she was on a reality show and you like deep dive into this where you like really get a peek into this chick. Now, this is what this chick did. She met this dude online. He was a single dad. She's like, I like to date single dads because I feel like they're more responsible. Okay, that's fine.
Right. It's a different approach. But...
I know. And they'd only talked on the phone. And then he was like, hey, do you want to come spend a summer with me at the Jersey Shore? I'm going to rent a place at the Jersey Shore. Along with his 5-year-old son. All of them staying together. Like, who ever thought that that was a good idea?
And they filmed it?
Yes, and they filmed it.
So TLC is really, really bizarre.
Okay, so this is a tweet that Sydney found. Oh, it's a forum on the TLC's Single Dad Seeking. So I think that's what the show is called. Single Dad Seeking. So you can look up this show, guys. It's on YouTube. And watch the episode with Valine in it. Please. Because I'm sorry. I don't like to say that people are horrible people. But you can watch and ascertain for yourself. But literally, she meets this guy. So this is the tweet. Anyone else, 2016 is when the show's from. Anyone else catch the first episode of this, what does YT mean? YouTube. Oh, this YouTube fuckery. They get single dads to meet someone online and agree to move in with them and their children. Yeah, that's what the show is about. Yes, all these women moved in with these people.
Now read that again. Like, it just sounds bad.
Yeah.
And it starts bad. Like, he's messaging this girl he doesn't know online, and they don't meet. And that's how every murder podcast starts. It starts there.
So they meet at the Jersey Shore. Now, he tells her he's renting a place at the Jersey Shore. Now, that's what's also funny from this show. Because this apartment that he rents is, like, nowhere near. They gotta, like, drive 20 minutes to get to the actual beach. No. Okay? Yeah, so she shows up to this apartment, and it's not great. It's your average, whatever. Mm-hmm. And meets this dude for the first time. Meets his son for the first time. Then he's like, let's go to the beach. Dad brings nothing to the beach for the kid. No toys, no towel, nothing. So he says to her right away, okay, you stay here on the beach with my kid. I'm going to go on the boardwalk and go buy some stuff for him. Like a sand bucket and shit.
Luckily someone was there with a camera. She could have just taken the kid.
This chick had no idea what to do with this child.
Oh no.
Like, why are you specifically trying to date someone with kids if like you aren't comfortable with them yourself? She was like, literally was like, and he's like, I'll be right back. And she did not want any parts of it. Mm-mm. But anyway, they're married now. So congratulations. And thank God.
Good for them.
Good for them. Thank God.
Shout out to Jason and Valine.
Yes. And she no longer has on her profile that she's a public figure. Oh, and she took the show off of it.
Herself.
So I think she realized, she's private now. Oh. So, and she deleted all of her funky Photoshop. So anyway, that was me just barely talking about red flags and how I should have listened to Mary and her red flags. But I don't want to get all this hate mail from people from South Jersey. I'll just tell you that my experience, Mary's always been right. Okay? But other ones were like Jill with the faces.
I'm like, shout out to anyone that I know from South
Jersey. I know. I know.
I'm sure you're
I'm sorry. That. I know you're all not bad, guys. I'm just speaking on my own. Me and Mary, we're speaking on our own personal experiences. I'm speaking for her.
Right.
Okay? But like other good ones that I think everybody would agree with that she would say was like, if you go out together and you guys have a good time, and then they're not making any effort to like text you or make like arrangements. Like everybody gets busy. Everybody has busy lives. Right. But you also make time for the shit you want to do.
That is so true.
You know, so we can make excuses till we're blue in the face. Right. But no, at the end of the day.
How hard is it to actually... So that's something I just feel like if it's upsetting you that you just can't get the answer and they have that power, at that point, just like... Yeah. Red flag.
Right, exactly. Yeah, like don't put... If they're not putting in the same effort, you know... But what are like some of your red flags? So we had posted something on Facebook and we got a bunch of really good answers. Okay. I have one that I'd like to ask you your opinion on.
Okay. I'll give it to you.
Okay, good. What about guys that still live at home? I feel like we could...
so hard.
I know. I feel like we could talk about this one. So go ahead.
Men that still live at home, I would generally say that's a red flag. However... Right. When I met Michael, he was living at home.
That's what I'm saying. Can we discuss?
And we were 23, but I think...
that's young.
I firmly believe if he and I were not in a relationship, he still might be living with them.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean,
okay. But and what if you met him at 30?
Okay, but he's first generation Poland. Mm-hmm. So, like, his parents rely on him a lot for... Like,
so can we say it's like totally situation based? Well,
I think it is. Yeah, because right now it's hard. Right. I tell people, I'm like, if you can live with your parents, do it.
Right. Yeah. I was just saying that yesterday to somebody. My mom would totally let me
come live with her. She would love that.
Yeah.
She would love that.
Like, you don't have to cook or clean.
Well, I don't know about that.
Oh, I know. Well, we were having this discussion on our Vegas buying trip.
I could go live with my sister and get away with that, though.
Oh, see? There you go. Yeah. But you have so much less to worry about. Not even, like, the financial aspect, you know what I mean? But when you're freaking taking care of a place on your own, and you're working, and you're doing all this other shit, like, it's a lot. But it also does, on the flip side, guys who live on their own, shows that they can... take care of all that and handle all of that.
Right.
But I don't know if automatically, and I also think it's an age thing. Like if he's 40 and he's still living it. No, I'm not dating. Listen, I'm 40, guys. I'm not dating anybody who still lives at home.
There's just like, there's a cutoff. I also think
what's the cutoff?
I feel like, honestly, early 20s, like, sink or swim. Get out there and at least try.
Early 20s is the cutoff for if they live at home.
23 is, like, the oldest.
Sydney, 24. What do you think?
Yeah. Like, so when you hit 25, get out of your parents' house.
Right.
Because...
yeah, it may be great there, but...
Let's go back to TLC. Smothered.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I think that is a thing.
And I do think it's different for when boys are still living at home versus girls still living at home, you know?
I do. I think so too.
Yeah.
There's something attractive about, like you said, someone being able to take care of their...
Yes.
Yeah.
Like we're all doing the same shit. We're all trying to live our best lives. Work and clean and grocery shop and cook. At 25,
your mom should not be folding your clothes.
No. 100% agree with that. Yeah. Agreed. So maybe, say if you're early 20s and they're still living at home, do you dig a little deeper? Do you go, does your mom still do your laundry? I feel like it's follow-up questions.
Yes, that's true. So it's situation-based.
Right.
Is
your mom cooking dinner every night?
Right.
You guys, you know what I mean?
Right.
Or it's like, no, like I make my own. She packing your lunch? Like, come on.
Right.
You got to ask. So it's follow-up.
Right.
That's follow-up
Is your
stuff.
mom waking you up in the morning or is your alarm clock waking you up?
Oh, that's real bad. You think?
Oh,
there are people where their moms are still waking them up?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh, I can't. I can't.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
It's out there.
It's out there.
It's out there.
So, okay, we're definitely going to say do those follow-up questions. Don't just write somebody off.
Right. You can't.
You know what I mean?
Like, no. And also, if you lived in college and you were living in an apartment in a bachelor pad, you gotta move home for a little while.
Right.
That's okay. Mm-hmm. That's okay. Get on your feet, figure it out for a minute.
What about, let's talk about this one and see how you think about this. What about, now we're talking like different age bracket. Okay. Not living at home with mom, but let's say you're getting a divorce from your wife, but you guys are still living together.
Weird. Get out.
Yes.
Somebody leave.
Yes. And a lot of times I will hear from guys that like it's a financial thing or their kids are little, so they still want to be able to help out a lot. And I'm like, no. Figure it out.
No.
Figure it out.
Yeah,
okay.
You don't go You don't go and stop in at your house when you got 1 foot out the door.
Right.
Why don't you make it 2 and just stay out? That's how I feel.
Exactly.
Why don't you ask me how I feel about that? Get out. You don't want to be here? Leave.
And I think, and again, I'm sure it's all like situational that, you know, again, for whatever reason, they're still living with their wives or vice versa. But I feel like you shouldn't be dating them. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely
let's just wait till you're.
I agree.
You know,
wait until you are fully out of one situation before you get yourself into another one.
Right.
That's the thing about that.
So what about love bombing?
What is love bombing?
Oh, you don't know love bombing?
I'm probably a love bomber.
Okay.
I feel like I do that.
It's definitely something new, so don't feel like you're like out of the loop here. But since you're not dating, I don't think it's something you'd be familiar with. But it's basically when you first start dating somebody and like right away they're super into you and it's all the attention and they're saying I love you super early.
I know somebody.
Do you?
I do.
Somebody who love bombs?
Oh yeah, I know the bomber.
Oh, you know the bomber.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You gotta play hard to get.
But is it like, are they actually that into you or it's just kind of what they do? You know what I mean?
Right, or are they just looking for something so bad that they're willing to try and make it work with anyone?
Right. Yeah. So I feel like in any instance, it's bad. And you gotta you're backing away from that.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Red flag.
Or if guys are calling you babe or baby too early.
Oh, no. Cringy.
Yeah.
Cringy.
Definitely. Definitely cringy. Let's see some other ones that people submitted on Instagram. So, not giving you flexibility with your own schedule. So yeah, like if you're somebody who's busy or they're super busy and you're trying to like make arrangements or they're like, I can get together Sunday. And they're like, well, what do you mean? You can't hang out Friday or Saturday night? Like, no,
I can't. And if I make plans with you on Sunday and I decide at 12 o'clock on Sunday, I don't want to go, I'm not going to hang out with you that day either. That's how I've always been, though. I'm the worst. I'll cancel plans. You know I'll cancel plans.
Why?
What do you mean? That's who I am. Harry Potter's on. It's raining. I'm tired.
So don't invite Jill to anything.
Yeah,
guys.
no. And that's aggressive, too. Things happen. I feel like we live in a time where, like, you're trying to make time for everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's freaking tough.
Yeah, so.
So how about this one that Sue said? So said he's paying, get whatever I want. First of all, that's weird. I don't think I've ever been on a date where from the jump, somebody's like, I'm paying, like order whatever you want. That's weird to me. Yeah, is that not weird?
That is weird.
It's bizarre. And then the bill comes and he said, I don't have enough to tip.
What? Don't go out to eat.
Are you
And don't tell me to get whatever I want.
Right. Oh my God. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
No.
So Meg said how they manage their money. If they flaunt it, they're insecure with it. So
I don't like anybody who really flaunts a lot of money.
Flaunting money altogether is bad.
Yeah.
And I remember reading something recently that like guys will start with things when like first meeting a girl, like, oh, I have this kind of car, I have a motorcycle, this is where I go on vacation. No. That's kind of like what they do.
Less is more. Less is more.
Okay, cool.
Oh, I hate when people are like, I got all this money. Michael and I actually know someone who we know has a lot of money and he doesn't tip openly. And he owns restaurants. It's just like a power thing. That's a power thing.
That's weird.
Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah, so flaunting money is definitely not good.
That's a no-go.
You know? And I feel like they think it will attract women. But in my opinion, it does the opposite. I guess. And you're probably only attracting girls who that's just what they want.
Exactly.
They don't care about you.
If you're the kind of girl who wants that new handbag, go after that. But in the long term, if you're looking...
It's not love.
Yeah, it's not love.
If you're looking for that love.
No.
Right? How about when all they do is talk about one day and or the past?
No. Oh, no. Listen, I love somebody who has goals, but I cannot stand the... one day. Mm-hmm. Like, I cannot stand the goal chasing and, like, you know what I mean? When the people are hashtagging all their gold digging and whatnot.
Gold digging.
Like, live in the present.
I had a friend who went out on a date with somebody, and all this dude, in talking about like flaunting money, that's all he did. You know, I have a Lamborghini, you know, I only vacation in St. Lucia or where George Clooney vacations and blah, blah, blah. So her friend, after she had told another friend about this date, she's like, dude, you should have pulled the me too. Everything he says, like, I got a Corvette, you go, me too. Like, once somebody starts just, then you gotta be like, me too.
That's
like,
rich.
I'm like, how good is that? Because what do they do? They start to probably get freaked out a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, wait, does she really?
Or like,
yeah,
maybe I should stop.
Hopefully that's what happens.
Oh my God.
But again, same thing. He's talking about all these things that he has, and then the bill came, and he was like, your half is $53.
What?
Yes.
Wait, that's another thing. I've seen a lot of that lately, where if somebody is not into the relationship, and like let someone down, like, hey, thanks for everything, but I think it would be best for us to just
like if you're honest with them.
People attack each other.
Yes, you can't be honest anymore.
And
I've stopped doing it, Jill,
down
because
to things like, oh, good thing I bought you dinner for $78.36. Like, at that point, give me half the bill.
Do you want me to Venmo you? Like, I'm sorry, sir. Yeah. No, you can't. It's really sad. You can't, at least with like men, I feel like you can't be honest because it's just like an ego bruise for them. I don't know. Maybe guys would say the same thing, that they can't be honest with us.
Ghosting has entered the group chat.
Right. Yeah.
Because
what else do you do?
It's easier. It's not going to keep you up at night.
I know. And initially when I first started dating, I hated that. I'm like, I'm not going to ghost people. Now, there's two different categories in ghosting.
I agree.
If you're like in a freaking full-on relationship with someone, do not freaking ghost them. Yeah. That's horrific.
If you come home and that person has moved all of their stuff out of your home and their response is, what? I can't take my stuff back.
Yeah. But not if you've been on like one date. Or two dates, and you're just not feeling them.
Oh, no.
I feel like we need to coin a new phrase for that.
And if you haven't gone on a date at all, and you've been talking to this person for months, and they stop talking to you, it's probably because they went on a date with someone else.
Yeah. Well, first of all, how about don't talk to people for many months without meeting them?
No.
Who does that?
What is this, 2007? Are we in chat rooms?
You met them on AOL. They live in Kansas. Oh. That's why you haven't met yet.
Right.
No, you freaking match with somebody on Hinge. Freaking go out with them within 2 weeks. If you can't find time within 2 weeks, let it go.
Right, let it go.
They can't find time within 2 weeks.
They don't want to go out with you.
Thank you.
They just want someone to fill the emotional void.
Yeah, maybe they're already dating someone else and you're like the backup.
Oh, which I hate. You're the person to talk to when they're not talking to the main person.
Right.
They don't want to seem needy, so they're... Oh, you never can really tell anymore.
Well, that's why you gotta follow these rules and follow the red flags.
I know.
Right?
I see that.
Can you think of any other ones?
Red flags. Story toppers.
Oh.
Story toppers. If you're telling a story or you're sharing something that you're proud of or acknowledging something that you like and the person comes back at you with something better or...
And that's just in
tries
general
to relate
life.
to everything.
Not even just like somebody you're trying to date.
Right.
Even like somebody you're like, meet them at a party. Or it's like a friend of a friend. Those people are literally the worst. The worst.
Yeah.
I like this one that somebody said on Facebook. I mean, it's obviously a very good one. Doesn't pay child support. First of all, are they telling you? Are they offering up that they don't pay child support?
No.
Then fucking run as fast as you...
Right, that's something that comes out and you just like choose... If you're... Yeah, exactly. If you're even tolerating that, get out.
Yeah, no. But on that note, that made me think of something else. This guy I went on a couple dates with, he had 3 kids. And I would only go on dates when the nights I didn't have my kids, right? So we had set up to go out together. And he had hired a babysitter. And for me, it's just not something that I do. I'm not comfortable with, you know, but it kind of like planted the seed in my mind, you know, because he had 50-50 custody. And you only get to see your kids 50% of the time. That's not a lot, you know, so can't you like make the dates when you don't have them?
But I'll tell you what.
What?
I will. Let me come back at you with that.
All right.
Because that's the thing with trying to make time for someone.
Oh,
if you really want to see that person, like maybe you're going to pay your niece $25 to watch our cousins.
Right.
You know?
But I will tell you, it wasn't just a one-time occasion.
Oh,
like, he was consistently getting babysitters.
Ditching
But his
his
whole
kids.
thing was, they're asleep. He would wait until his kids would be asleep. You know, then you'd have a sitter come over for a few hours.
The nightmares? You know?
It made me feel uncomfortable. And he almost was like, he would like peer pressure me into, like, he would try to make plans for a date. And I would be like, I have my kids. Like, I can't.
And
our
he
schedules.
wanted you to do the same thing.
Yeah, he wanted to do the same thing. He's like, what does it matter? Like, they're going to be asleep. So one time I had my mom come watch my kids so we could go out on a date because he was leaving to go out of town. It was like the only night. And I felt like such a douchebag.
That's good, though.
What's good?
It's good that you care about your kids.
Yes. Oh.
That's good.
Yeah, it made me feel so icky inside.
That's what I mean. But you
never
did like the
again.
one-time thing because to make something work. And
Right. And I was like, and on that date is when I realized how much of a douchebag he was. And I was like, this is why I will never again get somebody to watch my kids so that I can spend time with you. No. Like, no. Mm-mm. Sorry. No, thank you.
Or like, why not go out with your kids if you had them and he didn't have his? Like, can we do something? Or too soon?
Too soon. Yes. And on that note.
Yeah, I was going to say on that note, what is too soon?
On that note. So when I first started dating, I'm a big reader. Books, articles, everything. If I don't know something about something, I'm like reading an article about it. So I was reading an article like, when do you introduce your kids to like whoever you're dating? And the girl that had written this article said a year into the relationship. And I was like, a year? Oh my God, that's such a long time.
That is kind of long. But I guess it also depends on the situation.
But I have to tell you, I agree with her. Because I feel like a year initially might seem like a long time, but it's really not.
It's not.
It's really not.
Think about like the last two.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And just think about how fast years go by and you're like, oh my God, it's almost freaking September. Like the kids are going back to school. True. And think about when you're in a relationship and the person you meet date 1 versus date 10 versus dating for 6 months. It's like peeling an onion.
I think that, that's like a thing I think a lot of people skip is like the dating part of it. I feel like people like date for a very small amount of time anymore. Yeah. And jump steps. Like, and then all of a sudden you're getting married and...
Right. They moved in together.
That's coming from someone who drug their feet, but...
Right.
I don't know. Things happen really fast.
Yeah. But I think I agree with you as far as like extending that like dating process.
Oh, yeah.
Because dating is fun.
Because clearly we don't know anyone enough anymore.
Right. Exactly. And like, get ready at your place. He gets ready at his place. Then go meet up. Right. And it's fun and exciting. If you both are getting ready together at the same place, and then like he's got to drop a deuce or something. Yeah, we gotta. So, like, that's what I mean. We gotta like all the romanticism.
I agree. Spread things out a little.
Yeah.
Enjoy the dating part of things.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be, because then you know what happens? You start dating and then it's, when are you guys moving in together?
When are you having kids?
First, when you get married.
And you stop going on dates.
Like, exactly. And first of all, don't be that person who's like, well, when are you doing this? Well, when are you doing that? Stop asking those questions to people.
Those are the worst questions.
Because maybe they don't want to do that.
Guys, the social pressure is awful.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Yeah, how about just be like, are you happy? Cool. That's awesome.
Right.
What are you watching on Netflix? How about just asking
we got engaged pretty much because people just were like, you guys have been together for so long. How come you're not engaged? And then, that puts you inside your own head.
Yeah, it freaks you out a
little
bit.
Yeah, it puts you inside your own head. I'm like, why am I not engaged?
Right.
Michael's just literal. That's all. He's like, oh, you said you didn't want to get married. I'm like, I did say that.
Right.
I did say that. Yeah. You're right. But like, that's,
But then you changed your mind.
Well, yeah.
But do you feel like you changed it because of outside pressure?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, no. I would marry Michael 100 times in a row.
Yeah.
Because it's Michael. But, like, I think we would be fine if we didn't.
Right.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, I mean, now we're doing it, like, selfishly for ourselves, the way we're doing it. You know what I mean? Which I think is the best way to do it at this point.
Do what you want to do.
But, yeah. Oh, not 100%.
What your parents want or
what? Like, your friends. Like, oh, we know our friends would enjoy our wedding. You know what I mean? But we're just like, it's social pressure. It's the pictures, it's the videography, it's the, it's the whole build up to everything.
Right.
And then it's like the baby announcements and the gender reveal. Everything is so worked up anymore.
Yeah.
So there's pressure. And that's what I think dating is too. People are so eager to meet someone and to do these things so that they can be like, me too, I'm doing it too. Like, right. And that's what I think is like where things go wrong.
Yeah, like I hate, like it's only happened to me a couple of times when I've been on a date, but guys will be like, so what are you looking for? And I'm like, whoa.
Right.
Like, I just want to find someone I like to hang out with.
Right. Like, I'm looking for a friendship to turn into something else.
That. Right.
Right.
How do people answer that question?
I also feel like you get to an age where, like, you shouldn't have to ask those questions based off of, you know what I mean? Like, that's a red flag. Don't ask me that. No. What are you looking for? When you ask me that, that's when I'm like, well, what are you looking for?
Turn it back. You flip it. Just flip it back around on them. Yeah. Yeah, I'm always just like, I don't know. Like, calm down.
Right.
I just met you 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
But then, see, I always play devil's advocate.
Okay.
So I can see
me
the
too, obviously.
Okay. Because I can see the flip side of that, of people who are looking for a relationship and they don't want somebody who's like just looking for, a friends with benefits.
True.
So maybe you can like word it differently. Like I would almost say like, so are you just looking for friends with benefits? Or
it's so hard, isn't it?
I don't know.
It's so hard.
Oh my God,
it seems so stressful
already.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very, very stressful.
It's too much.
But we covered some good red flags, I feel like.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And the one thing I will always say is you have to freaking listen to your gut.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
It's
even if it's an intuition thing before you go.
Mm-hmm.
Something's feeling off from the beginning. Intuition is so
like my
real.
ice cream date.
What?
I told you that story, how I hightailed it out of the parking lot. I didn't even meet him.
Oh, really?
I had this weird feeling in my gut.
Oh.
And then I show
I got
up.
Goosebumps.
I show up and he looks nothing like his pictures.
No.
He was wearing dad sneakers, like Skechers black dad sneakers, a knee brace. He was sitting cross-legged. The way he was sitting, everything was wrong about it, Jill. And I was like, nope, I'm not doing it. I'm not. And I knew it. Like, I just had this weird feeling in my gut.
Ghosted him.
I ghosted him right out of the parking lot.
Well, that's false advertising.
Exactly.
And that happens a lot. Boys, show your true colors. It happens with women, too. Every once in a while.
Yeah, definitely. I'll hear that so much from guys. That women are very good at angles.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yes. And they do the filters.
Don't you feel that way when you meet some people sometimes face to face?
Oh my God, 100%.
And I'm like,
I'm sorry, who are you?
Oh, yeah.
Because you've only seen their Facebook profile
I happen to think I'm a really good catfish. Like, I take a good selfie.
I'm a good catfish.
Yeah.
But I feel like dudes with men, they will post very old pictures.
Why does it have to be something from when you were in college?
Yes.
Like, stop.
Here's me sliding into home 20 years ago. Let it go, dude.
Yeah.
Let it go.
Seriously.
Like, I can tell that that's you taking a picture of a picture from you at band camp. Both sides are guilty of it.
And the other red flag I hear about all the time is the fish pics. Like, if you're holding a picture of a fish.
Is that a red flag, though? Or are girls
weird.
just annoyed with it? Like,
weird.
stop.
I don't get it. Do you think they do it because they know it bothers girls? Because I think about that.
I don't think they do that.
I think at this point they're like, take a picture of me holding this. I'm going to post it.
No, that would be freaking hysterical.
Yeah. I think that I feel like the boys are getting smart.
No. First of all, no.
You're right.
Second of all, I feel like men only do things that they feel like will attract women.
And it's not the fish for me.
No, but I think they just don't take pictures of themselves. And when they catch a big fish and their buddy's like, oh my, take a picture. Oh. They really just want the picture of the fish. They don't care about themselves in it.
That's so true.
They just want the fish.
How do you feel? Well, let me ask you, how do you feel about a man selfie? You're like, men don't take pictures of themselves. And I'm like, and they should.
Well, first of all,
and they should not.
It's always, as my friend Mary likes to say, a car fee. Because they're always in their car.
True. Bad sunglasses. Oakley's on.
Oh, the Oakleys. Oh, God. Yes. Men out there, if you wear Oakleys, stop. Number one.
It hasn't been a thing for a long time.
Long time.
I
never liked them. Maybe in the 90s they had a split second. But no. Unless you're playing first base,
Yeah.
You're on the Phillies, then you can wear them.
Or if you're hiking the side of a mountain.
I don't hate a selfie. Ugh. I think it depends on their
mirror?
face.
What about a mirror pic?
Dude, I feel like they all have that.
Yeah, they do.
You know what I mean? You know what I feel like I saw a lot of too is that men, and I don't know if women do this, but men will legit have photo shoots for their dating profile. Oh. And you know that they did it.
Oh yeah, I have seen that.
Because nobody else is in the picture with them.
Okay, so here we go, devil's advocate.
Okay.
But isn't that better than cropping yourself out of a picture with other females? Because every other time there's a picture of a male, it's because some girl was like, go get in the picture.
Oh, right.
And then they crop it out and it's like half a shoulder.
Well, I feel like you can have a couple of those pictures, but they can't be all your pictures.
No.
I'd rather some random girl be in the picture so we can see that you have friends.
Right.
Or you have a dog, you have a mom, you have a sister. Don't be like, get your friend and be like, take pictures of me. Now I'm like this. Now I'm like this.
No.
And no. That's terrible. Don't do that. But this is like, almost looks like headshot type.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Like YoPro, Young Profesh pics?
Yes, exactly. The crossed arms.
LinkedIn. You can find me on LinkedIn.
Yes, exactly. They're like, I'll use this on LinkedIn and on Bumble. Like, no.
And that's
it won't work on that. Yeah, no.
Don't drop your LinkedIn on your Bumble profile.
Oh my God. Do people do that, you think?
I'm sure.
People are always putting their Instagram. Like, if you want to talk to me, here's my Instagram.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah, they do that a lot.
Which is, I guess that's fine. Instagram, I'm surprised Instagram hasn't started a dating thing yet.
Yeah, really. Facebook did, which is awful.
It's very strange. It reminds me of the marketplace. That's all I can get in my head is that it's marketplace dating.
And you want to be like, hello, is it still available?
And you see the people and the things that they sell on the marketplace. So I'm just like, is the person who tried to sell their used underwear also on the dating app?
It's so bad. I think I was on it for 7 minutes and I was like, this is horrific.
Oh, I love it.
Like, literally horrific.
Yeah. Oh.
And they will pick what your profile picture is. Like, I didn't set up a Facebook profile. They just made them for people on the dating thing.
Oh.
A friend of mine, her picture was her with her 2 kids at the gender reveal for her third, because she had a really old Facebook profile.
Oh my God.
And that was what they picked for her Facebook dating.
Thanks, Facebook.
I know. Like, good looking out.
Seriously. Way to kick her girl while she's down. Oh God.
I know. But no, I feel like trust your gut. Listen to these red flags. These are all good. These are all from me and Jill and other women who have been through it, who care about you and want you to live your best life, whether you're dating or not. And we just don't want you to date any D-bags because we've all wasted enough time doing that. And we need to stop giving them attention and everything.
Enough of that.
Yeah, I'm over it. Over it. All right, Jill. Well, thanks for being my co-host.
Anytime.
Okay, I'll remember that. Guys, make sure if you enjoyed this episode, you review us. Make sure you're subscribed. New episodes drop every Wednesday. And do me a huge, huge favor and tell a friend or two so we can continue bringing you amazing new episodes every week. All right, guys, have fun out there. Bye.